So in AWS, you may know that we can use tags. And tags are basically key value pairs of text, and they can be attached to many different AWS resource kinds. The most commonly used is EC2, obviously, but they can be attached to many different services. So you have free naming convention. You can name whatever you want for the tags, but common tags are going to be name, environment, team, whatever you want. And they're used for many different things. They're used for resource grouping, automation, cost allocation. And we'll see they're also used by Systems Manager. Overall, as a recommendation, a real world recommendation, it's better to have too many tags than too few. Tag as much as you can on your instances, and then you'll see what you do with it later on. Now for resource groups onto Amazon Systems Manager. We're able to create, view, and manage groups of resources using these tags. And so we can create logical group of resources in SSM, and we can create groups such as applications, or different layer of an application task, or maybe production versus development environment. So we'll have a play with this. And this is something you can do from within SSM. The reason you would do this is to get an overview of all these resources that share the common tag. By the way, the resource groups are a regional service, so you need to create different resource groups if you're operating in different regions. And resource groups work with EC2, S3, DynamoDB, Lambda, etc. So let's go ahead and play with it. So I am in my EC2 instances, and what I'm going to do is just tag them. So the first one, I will add a name, and I will say my dev server, and the environment is going to be dev. The team is going to be finance. 3 tags I have added. Now for the second one, I can add another tag, and I will say the name is going to be my prod server. The environment this time is going to be prod. And the team is going to be finance. So this is my finance application, but now it's in prod. Okay, so we have my dev server and my prod server. And you can see the name tag in here get propagated to the EC2 instance name in here in this table. And then finally, for this one, we'll create another dev server. So name my other dev server. And the environment is going to be dev. And then the team is going to be operations. Okay, so here we go. We have 3 EC2 instances and they've been tagged. 2 of them have the same environment named dev. Now, if you click on resource groups at the very top, you can see there are different things. You can create a group and it says new, or you can go to tag editor or use classic groups. Actually, classic groups don't even work anymore, so we'll just go and use the new options. Tag editor is a way for you to tag resources within your environment. So you can search for any region, you can search for the kind of resource type that you want, such as images and EBS volumes and whatever, and then you can just tag them. So it's pretty nice. But for us, we'll be using the resource groups. So we'll just create a group. Now, when you go to resource groups, you basically land into the SSM UI. And so here on the left-hand side, we can just click on find resources or save resource group. So we'll click on create resource group. And now we have to select the group type. It could be either tag-based or CloudFormation stack-based. It's easy when you create a CloudFormation stack, all the group and the elements will be tagged the same way. So that's a very good shortcut. But for us, because we created things manually and we tag things manually, we'll use the tag-based method. Now for the grouping criteria, we can add multiple criteria. So you can see all these things can appear in our grouping. So we can have EC2 instances, DynamoDB table, all these things, Elastic Beanstalk, load balancers, Lambda functions, anything that can be tagged can appear here basically. For us, we're looking into EC2 instance. So here we go. And we say, okay, I want the tag key, environment, and I want the tag value to be dev. So I want to get all my dev instances. So I click on view resource group. And here in group resources, we get the results. We have 2 EC2 instances that have the environment dev in here. And so that's pretty awesome. Here we can name we can name this group. I can say my dev instances, and we don't need to provide a group description. And we could also tag the group itself. So here, just a simple query, but using this, we're able to group resources. If we wanted to, we could have used S3 buckets, etc., alongside these things. Okay, create this group. And now my dev instances has been successfully created in the current region. So this is a regional service, EU West 1 for me. We could do another one, obviously. So this is a save group. There's my dev instances, but we could similarly create another one. So we could create EC2 instance, environment again. And here we'll say prod and view resource groups. Here we go, one prod instance. So I'll say my prod instances. And then finally, we could also create another type of group, maybe just the ones that belong to the team finance. So we'll say, okay, I want my EC2 instance and the team is going to be finance. I'll view the resources and now we have two resources, one in dev and one in prod. And I'll call it team finance. Create group. So here we go. We have 3 resource groups. And the reason why we have these resource groups created in here is to be able to apply OS patching commands to all these things at a time. So using resource groups and tags is really key to Systems Manager to work. So get tagging, create resource groups. And once you're there, I will see you in the next lecture so we can have a play with them.